Hey guys, it's Ramon from Eclectic Emissary, and we're finally back, about to start traveling the world. This time we're going to be going to Peru, actually just a few hours from our flight, so want to go over all the things like entry requirements and everything you'll need to get ready for Peru. So this will be the beginning of this vlog series to Peru, and it's going to be pretty awesome. There's a bunch of things. Entry requirements are constantly being updated, but this will kind of give you an outline of things to look for, things what you'll need. So if you like the content, like and subscribe, stay tuned for future videos, and yeah, let's get right into it. See, first thing you're gonna need is your passport. Nothing new there, but make sure that it doesn't expire within 6 months of your travel. So I know things are getting a bunch backed up right now. All the, Rona stuff is going on, so it might take a little longer than usual to get your passport, so make sure you can get it ahead of time. Alright, so one other thing for visas, tourist visas, you won't need it to enter Peru. Majority of the countries don't need it. I think there's a few that do, actually. I'll have a link in the description below so you can check that out. But for most travelers staying between, I think, less than 183 days, you won't need any tourist visa, so you should be good on that front. Okay, and part of the entry requirements right now are mandatory COVID negative test results. So got this right here from CVS. Regardless if you're vaccinated or not, you're gonna need to get the test, which kind of sucks, man, I know, but that's what you gotta do. Make sure it's 72 hours before. Actually, I think it could be 3 days just before your first departure flight. So actually, along with the COVID test to get into the country, at least for US citizens, I know you need a second COVID test to get back into the country, also 72 hours before your departure into the country, which kind of sucks. So I'll be updating you more on that towards the end of the trip, so you get a little bit more knowledge of where you can get the test scheduled, so you have it ready for your departure. The worst part of the trip, man. Okay, so upon landing, as long as you have a negative test, you're good to go. You don't need to quarantine or do anything weird like that. I know there's 3 countries, South Africa, India, and Brazil, so if you've been to any of those 3 and you're a foreigner, I don't think they're gonna let you in the country, so it's kind of tough, man, but it is what it is. Okay, and another one of the entry requirements before you can even board the plane is the health declaration, which I have printed out here. Actually, I'll also have a link to that in the description below. Basically, you have to fill it out 72 hours before your flight, and it just says that you're healthy, you don't have the virus, you haven't been quarantined, nothing like that. So make sure to have a printed copy or a digital copy on your phone. Okay, so depending on which airline you're flying with, it might have different rules, but I know we are flying on Copa Airlines, so they require a face shield plus a mask as well. So we just ordered a bunch of these on Amazon. I think they're like $10 or something. So you probably get away with 2 face masks as well, but just be aware that you're gonna need some kind of extra protection most likely. Wow, so it is so strict with COVID rules here. So not only do you have to wear 2 masks everywhere, there's people like security guards, I guess. They're walking around and making sure everyone's abiding by the rules, which is insane. So make sure you stay the mask or have a face shield up at all times, so you don't get fined. Forgot to mention that they do require mandatory face shields on the buses and trains, so just make sure you carry that with you at all times. So to help with the altitude sickness, we bought these cocoa leaves. Basically, you just eat them, chew on them, they help you not get sick. So I'm gonna take them right now since Cusco's at 11,000 feet, much higher than where we were at before. So hopefully they help. I'm feeling pretty good. I think the sleeping and the other pill helped. So just a precautionary measure, we're gonna have some.
¿Qué tal?
Pero eso es como té.
¿Cómo te?
Té.
Is it better?
Poquito.
Un poquito better?
Good.
Yes. In addition to cocoa leaves and cocoa tea or whatever, you can also get the
candy version. So that'll help you if you feel any symptoms, you know, from altitude sickness or lightheaded, whatever. So yeah, we're gonna try some of those right now and hopefully feel a little better. Alright, if you're wondering where to exchange your money, I would suggest not doing it at the airport because you're gonna get ripped off. Actually, we just find like a bunch of places on the street that just like our currency exchanges above, over there, and they give you really good deals. So a lot of places, I would say majority of places, you can pay with card. They might charge like 5% extra or something, but it's not too bad. So I would take out a little bit ahead of time just so you have some, and then when you get to the city, change the rest there because you get way better deals.
Oh yeah, another quick tip about vaccines, normal vaccines, stuff like yellow fever and things like that. You won't need them, so they're not mandatory. If you're going to cities like Cusco and Lima and stuff like that, I think you will need them if you're going to like Amazonas or certain other regions, so you might want to double check, but for the majority of places you're going, you won't need yellow fever vaccine or something like that. There are a bunch of other recommended ones, but CDC is always recommending something, you know, so get them if you want, but at least they're not obligatory. So Peru actually has a different power outlet than the US, so you're gonna need to have like adapters with 220 volts. They look a little bit something like this. They have the two prongs, and we got something pretty cool, so I'm gonna show that to you right now. So we actually got this like multi-adapter thing online on Amazon. Actually, it's pretty sick. So you can adapt it to a bunch of different countries that you have to use like different power outlets, and you kind of just plug it into the wall. So I'm gonna open that right now. Yeah, so it has like this thing that you kind of like plug into the wall, has two outlets to use, also has a little cord that comes off, and you can like use that to charge something as well. Plus you can just plug USBs right into it, which is pretty sick. And the back is where you kind of click this thing out, and it has a bunch of little adapters to switch depending on which country you need. So this is like one of the best buys ever, man. Like you can take this to any country basically, as long as you have all the adapters, you're gonna be good no matter what. So alright, so there you have it, man. The most useful tips I found for preparing your trip for Peru. And of course, if you guys are interested in hiking the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu, I'm gonna have a video in the future related to all that, so you have everything you need for that. And there's tons more awesome Peru videos coming from our epic road trip around the country. So if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for future videos, and yeah, until next time, peace out.